I did have very high hopes for this camera after seeing all the accessories that were included, such as this tripod, which is actually amazing that this is an accessory in this with this action camera, and also this very cool looking case for carrying the accessories and the camera. Very cool. However, unfortunately, it's very difficult for me to recommend this camera just because this is a camera right here with the underwater housing on the side. Unfortunately, it's just I made some notes over here, and I don't think the video quality is very good. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Maybe, well, I paid $38, $40 because of a $15 off coupon off this $50 camera, original price. Paying less than $40 for a video camera, an action camera, it sounds great, but really, it's not impossible to find a camera for less than $40 or around $40, less than $50, that has great quality video, and unfortunately this is not one of those cameras in my opinion. Keep in mind that this is all just my subjective opinion, just based on the cameras that I've seen in the past for around this price range, $40 to $50, and that is just from my experience saying that even though $40 is very cheap for a camera, I have found cameras in this price range that record great video, $40 to $50, around $40. Even one camera that was on sale for less than $40, which has fantastic video quality. So that's why I'm just saying I'm a little bit disappointed in the video quality here. I'm going to show you some clips recorded with this camera at various resolutions and some photos. But mainly I'm talking about the videos. Photos were very good. I'm talking about the video quality based on what I've seen to be possible in this price range. I just don't think the video quality is fantastic here. The 4K setting is more of a marketing thing than anything else. It's not very good in my opinion. It's just good quality, but choppy, not smooth. So feel free to skip to the next part of this video if you'd like to see some videos recorded with this camera. Don't know if you'll agree with me, maybe not, but I'm just saying that yes, $40 is cheap for an action camera. However, I have seen cameras and I have purchased cameras around this price range which record fantastic videos, so that's why I'm just saying I'm a little bit disappointed here. It's difficult for me to recommend this device. However, to say something positive, yes, this camera came with some fantastic accessories like the tripod, 2 batteries, a fantastic case that can be used to carry other types of cameras, other devices, probably not just this particular camera. So there is value here with the accessories in the carrying case, and it's just that the video quality kind of was a little bit of a letdown for me. So what I wrote here is that 4K resolution, it's the best quality, but not very smooth. It's kind of choppy. Not very many frames per second. 2.7K is better. It's more smooth, but still not fantastic quality. Same with 1080p and 720p. I did not like the video quality. The main comment I have here is that it just seems zoomed in. When I record at 2.7K, 1080p and 720p, everything just looks very zoomed in, which is, it's kind of frustrating because it, say I'm recording here like this, and now suddenly when I play it back on my computer, everything looks like it's super close up. I don't like that. To say something positive, in addition to all the accessories that were included here, including the tripod and this wonderful carrying case, photos were fantastic for a cheap, budget-friendly action camera. Photos were actually very good. Again, keep in mind this is not a camera. This is not going to replace your smartphone camera, but for a cheap action camera, which is really for just for recording videos, the photo feature is very, very good. But again, if I wanted to take really good photos, I would not use an action camera. A cheap action camera, I would use a more expensive point-and-shoot camera or a smartphone. So overall, good photos, but the video quality was just lacking in my opinion based on what I've seen to be possible at this price range, $40 to $50. I think this is not the best video quality, but there are lots of accessories, some of which I will find useful for other cameras, and that's my review of this camera, the Jadfezy, the 4K version, not the $20 version. Action camera, which we purchased on Amazon. Very cool that there's a little place for the tripod that's included here. Tripod. But overall, it's just, I'm not going to say that this is my favorite camera. It's not, but there are some nice accessories and the photo feature is okay. So that's my review of the Jadfezy action camera. Feel free to just see for yourself if you think the video quality looks good, but just in my opinion, I don't think this is the best video quality. Well, this is a very nice looking camera, but in the end, I just cannot necessarily recommend it because of the perceived, my perception of the video quality. I think it's, for $40, $50, $40 to $50, there are actually other cameras that can record better videos. So that's my review. Thanks for watching this video, and have a nice day. In the next part of this video, you'll see some sample photos and sample videos taken with this camera, the Jadfezy action camera, the 4K version. Hello, this is a 4K video test, 30 frames per second with the Jadfezy action camera. .4K video test, 4K resolution, 30 frames per second video test with the Jadfezy action camera. .4K video test, 30 frames per second resolution, 4K with the Jadfezy action camera. Video test, cheap, budget-friendly action camera recently purchased on Amazon for a little bit less than $40 because we had a $15 off coupon. I cannot say I'm very impressed with the video quality in general, so we'll see with this video test. But I think based on what I'm seeing on the screen, it looks kind of choppy, so I don't know if I'm going to be very impressed here. 4K resolution, 30 frames per second with the Jadfezy action camera. Yeah, I looked at the other settings, 1080p, 60 frames per second, 720p, 120 frames per second. I didn't really like the video quality, so I don't really have high hopes here, but whatever. 4K resolution, 30 frames per second video test, Jadfezy action camera. .4K resolution, 30 frames per second video test. This is a 2.7K video test, 30 frames per second with the Jadfezy action camera. .7K video test, 30 frames per second with the Jadfezy action camera. 2.7K video test, 30 frames per second. .7K video test, 30 frames per second with the Jadfezy action camera. .7K video test, resolution 30 frames per second. .7K video test at 30 frames per second. Jadfezy action camera. 2.7K video test, 30 frames per second. 1080p 60 frames per second video test with the Jadfezy action camera, the more expensive version, not the $20 version. This is just a video test. How well can you hear me right now? How good is the video quality? 1080p 60 frames per second is the resolution that we are testing this camera at. This resolution, 1080p 60 frames per second. Just a very nice Sunday afternoon, February 27th, 2022. Here, weather is it's not too bad. It's not that cold. We're just enjoying being outside right now. 1080p 60 frames per second video test with the Jadfezy action camera. Again, this is not the $20 version. This is the more expensive version. Very very cool accessories included with this camera, and right now we're just testing the video 1080p 60 frames per second video test with this budget friendly action camera that we recently purchased on Amazon. 1080p 60 frames per second. (1080p 60 frames per second video test with the Jadfezy action camera, the more expensive version. This is it right here, Jadfezy action camera. There you go. 1080p 60 frames per second video test with this cheap budget-friendly action camera that we recently purchased on Amazon. Today's a very nice Sunday afternoon, February 27th, 2022. Just enjoying not really enjoying the weather, but enjoying being outside, that's for sure. 1080p 60 frames per second video test with this budget-friendly action camera that we recently purchased on Amazon. (1080p 60 frames per second